Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Surprise! I wasn't supposed to be on this morning, but here I am. Because I don't have to rush off for the school bell. So I thought we'd come on. I finished the outsides to my cards yesterday, but I did not finish the insides. So I don't know that that's what we'll do today. The only thing I know we're going to do today is open a surprise package and make things. I don't know what's in the surprise package. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Sala. This is what it looks like. It came to me and I was not expecting it at all. So it's complete mystery. But before we do that, let's look at the cards. I finished them yesterday. So the queen, that fussy queen, getting a card, and she's like, ew, people. Hi, Miss Vicky. Where are you at? Are you in Tennessee? I do know who the package is from. I just wasn't expecting it and have no idea what's inside. The only thing is I know it has Christmas wrapping paper on it. So that's a hint, I'm sure, like wink, wink. Hey, Beth. Hi, Miss Paula. I know, surprise. Here's the thing. The kids don't have school today. So I don't have to run away before 7 like Cinderella. You know, it's usually like Cinderella around here Monday through Friday. When the bell tolls, this girl's got to go. But I don't have that kind of pressure on me today. Guess what other day I don't have that pressure? On Monday. And of course, always Saturdays for the most part. So this one, all I did after we left was I put the ooh people. Ew, people. Thought it was kind of perfect. But again, the insides are still blank. This one, I popped this little dude up here. And then I put explore, discover, and dream. Yeah, we get to ignore the bird today. But so this one is done. Oh, I put the dodo bird on there too. And it was so perfect because his little hand is like reaching for some cake. And I just love it. And he's standing in front of the table. It's probably hard to see. Then I kind of messed this one up, to be honest. I tried to stamp these little guys on tissue paper and then glue them on and be transparent. I wish I would have just left this card alone and put nothing on it at all. But then I ended up having to stamp it, and then I went in with watercolor and created kind of this shadow ground behind it because that's actually tissue paper. And then I put the sentiment on there. But honestly, I liked this card before I did anything to it. If I had just left it in the masterboard style, I think I would have been happier. I also glued that on crooked. Whatever. It's fine. Here's this one. I did add an Alice to this one. So when we all left yesterday, this is what I had done. Well, I ended up popping an Alice down there, and I'm glad I did. I like all the interest that it, around the whole card. Hi, Terry and Kelly. I'm not sure who's here, Terry or Kelly. So hi to both. You're in Oklahoma again. Okay, cool. I hope you had a good trip. Yes, I'll get comfortable. Got home on Wednesday night. I see. So I was thinking you were still in Tennessee yesterday, but you're not. The adventure begins, or for Vicky, the adventure ended. And we've got Alice and the bunny, and all I added here was the flower and the sentiment. And then this one we left off, and I just had I just had this little collage here, but then I added from the heart and life is a grand adventure down here. So that's how I decided to finish them off. I will take pictures and put them on Instagram. How about that? I just wanted to show you. I told you I would show you. Okay, so, oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, this is really nice. Love this. So this is from Lori, but it's STL Finds by Lori on Etsy. I've shared her shop before, and she just decided to surprise me. And so let's see what's inside, and then we'll decide what we're making today. Because, you know, I don't know what's in here. Let's take this off. This is a bulb pen. What a cute way to attach a card. We should make some of these little cards. These are great for gift tags. The little 2x3 cards. We've done these a few times here on my channel. I have a whole box of them ready to go. And I love the way she put the seed beads on the ball pen and used that to attach it to the gift. Lori, so awesome. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let's see what's inside. I love the envelope folds. Lori has got her game together. Me, not so much. Her, yes. Now, you know I have to tear into this gently because there's potential in this tissue paper. There's collage potential. Don't want to go mucking it up. I mean, I kind of have, but, you know, not any more than I already have. It looks like Christmas. It's Christmas. How cool. Oh my goodness. Lori, this is awesome. So for all my junk journaling friends out there, STL Finds by Lori is a great place to get junk journaling kits, but she makes a lot of things to go inside of them. So let's take a look. Oh, look at this cute little tag kit. So like, I imagine you can get the whole kit or you can get pieces. Sometimes she has like these little tag kits separately. So it comes with like, I guess we're doing Christmas today. A little Christmas tree and baker's twine, a pinwheel. Oh, I love these. I poinsettia. Look at this. This is like a stamped Christmas tree, but look, the side is embroidery. And then a couple of tags, and then a cluster that's already made for you. How perfect is that? You know, you just might run this through an embossing folder and you're done. And then this could be a really great pocket in a Christmas journal. That's how I envision this piece, as being like a pocket where you could tuck the tag behind it. Wouldn't that be cute? So yeah, oh my goodness. I feel so spoiled. And then look, this is something she's made. So she took scrapbook paper and stitched across and decorated it and stitched in just some little different pages, like a little notebook. These are really fun and easy to make. We could make some of these, but I love how beautiful hers is. This is a crushed red velvet with lace, and she did a little stamping, put some Christmas paper on the back. Isn't that awesome? You could tuck that into pockets. Oh my gosh, I got an envelope of stamps, of Christmas stamps. You guys. Kelly is here, Kelly Bates, and I love your video. I believe I'm going to subscribe. Oh, thank you. Good, yes. Yesterday I made all of those cards live. The only thing I did, Kelly, is because I ran out of time, afterwards I had to add like sentiments, just the final little touches, but we made all the backgrounds and we started with just scraps of paper like this. And made those. So it's a master board that we made and then cut down. Look at these Christmas stamps. But you totally got it, Kelly. And it's so much fun. And by the way, you might be wondering, I got my Alice, the Alice images that I used on those cards were from Journal Say. And so that's where the Alice images came from. Oh, but look at this. This is really cool. And this is vintage. But we could create something like this. And I really like it. And how cool would that be in a journal? Ooh, so many ideas. And this vintage glassine envelope. How cool. Oh my gosh. And then look at this pocket. Oh, cool. It's an envelope that she just cut, decorated, put a little pocket up front, and then filled it with all these goodies. See, I'm telling you, you got to go check out Lori's shop. This is an old vintage postcard, you guys. St. Louis, Missouri. I was just in Missouri this summer. Dear Birdie. Oh, we have a family member named Birdie. Santa Claus is coming. I want something and nuts and lots of other things. Santa Claus is coming soon. I don't know what that word is. And nuts and lots of other things. Carrie. You better let Birdie know. Tell Birdie what you want. And then a vintage, I think it's a vintage inspired Christmas card, but a Santa Claus trading, no, that's not a trading, a playing card. There we go. I'll get it eventually. John, how you doing? Ooh, this is cool. This is a napkin on a book page. And some tickets. Can't go wrong with some tickets when you're junk journaling and such. This is so cool that she sent this. I recently took a letter size envelope, not when y'all were watching, on my own time. I do things all by myself. But I prefer to do them with you. Let's see, where did it go? Well, it's over here somewhere. Anyways, I took a business envelope, cut it in 3 ways, and one envelope can make like 3 pockets, just saying. But I really like this tall one. And I'm guessing the part that she cut off, she flipped, put down here, and made that into the pocket. The little red wagon. I love it. My parents bought my son a little red wagon for his first Christmas. Look at this. That's a glassine envelope with sincere thanks. An old vintage card. Love that. Beautiful decoration. Just beautiful. Love it. That's a book page, by the way. Oh, and then she's got fabric flips. That's what this is. So let's say this is your book. And Gail Augustinelli is the first person I've ever seen to use fabric flips. But basically, what you can do is if this is your page, you can adhere a fabric flip at the top, and then it just makes your page really beautiful, and you can flip it up and journal underneath. So that's a fabric flip, my dears. I can make fabric flips all day long because I have 2 totes of fabric, but I don't have any like this. I don't have any Christmas fabric. What am I doing with my life? I do now. Now I do. And she's put like ribbon up here, lace, and rickrack, and stitched them all together. Isn't that lovely? And a pocket. Oh my gosh, look at this old vintage card. I don't know what game this is. Do y'all know what game this is? Hi, John Pounds. You're in the McDonald's drive-thru. Will you pick me up something? Ah, I like it. This is cool. This is a nice, nice pocket. Again, she's added some, and I can tell she takes so much time and pride in the things she makes because this has a zigzag stitch right here. Me and my Fabri-Tac, I would have just glued it on, but no, not Lori. She has stitched that on in 2 places and then stitched and made a fabric pocket, and she even stitched on the lace. That is amazing. So she does put a lot of care, and she makes things of high quality. So this is like a whole little kit that you can get in her shop. This is, you know, dress pattern. And then she has this really cool plastic behind her, which is like to reinforce it. That's great. And she made a ruffle. See, so this can go along a page like a belly band. There's 2. This one's on paper. So there's 2 belly bands in here. Oh, look at that green woodpecker. Woodpecker. He's not a wood picker, he's a woodpecker. Okay. Oh, this is this, what's her name? That everybody loves to use? I believe so. How neat. Lovely, lovely. I can't think of her name. It's, I believe she was British lady who illustrated and recorded nature. A nature journaler. And then the little mixer, this is book pages that she has washi taped together. Christmas Carol, and she put lace on it. And she must know me because I like all my pages upright. And the lace, look at that. What a special package. Baby will have fun playing with them. Oh, there's Baby. Oh, I remember that. Do y'all remember that when your littles were little and they get so excited about Christmas, my son especially, that he'd wake up at like 4 a.m. to open gifts, and he'd be up and supercharged, and then he'd usually pass out somewhere in a pile of his things while we made breakfast. That is such a fond memory. I love that it's captured on that, you know, it's all captured right here. Now we have a rule of like, you have to eat breakfast before you open gifts. We've had that rule ever since he was little because this is how we used to find him. You got to at least eat breakfast. Okay, this is a really neat, Lori likes to make these, but these are made out of coin rolls. So this is the $5 dimes coin roll, and she makes these hidden paper clips out of them. Isn't that neat? Okay, last bit. These are nice too. Good morning, Shauna. How are you? Hi, Bethany. Miss Linda Gorman. Hi. Hey, Flo. And Miss Diane, I miss you. Every day you're gone, I say, where's Diane? She's probably off playing with Pam. Don't worry. I'm not jealous and I understand, but I do miss you when you're not here. Who's going to throw something at my clock? No one but you, Di. No one. Hi, Jana. So then I also got some gorgeous, ooh, this one, napkins. Oh, I love this one. Um, oh, just really, really lovely. These are so cool. Holly and Ivy, joy to the world. Hark the herald angels sing. Oh, so cool. So cool. And then this big like paper place. I remember these. Do y'all remember these? Maybe they still make them. I don't know, but I remember them. And then some Christmas doilies. What a sweet, sweet, thoughtful, beautiful kit. You can get your hot little hands on one of these. Hopefully, maybe, still. If you go over and check out her Etsy page. So thank you so much, Lori. I was like, I kept getting notifications that I had a package. I wasn't expecting a package. And then I went and I was like, ah, what's this? Total surprise. I'm going to put all this back in here. Yeah, let's make some things. I need to see. I'm about to watch 2 lives at the same time. We'll see how that goes. Good luck with that, Sala. I understand the desire. Hey, Jenny Day Roberts. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. I'm looking around. My craft room is currently in a moment of upheaval. Again, I guess it's become the norm. We just can't have nice things around here. Betty Penny's gonna mess them up. Let's see. I just need to grab some tea-dyed paper, I think. And grab, I'm trying to pick the size that we're going to work with. I know Jill said she's been working on her masterboards. She's been making Christmas masterboards. I do not have enough Christmas paper in my stash. I just saw a birthday on the calendar. Yeah, I need more Christmas paper in my stash, but I went ahead and grabbed this. So I saw you petting the neighbor's dog. Do you mind telling me what that was all about? Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have any Christmas paper. Isn't that sad? I have a room full of paper. It's because I had a philosophy that I always went on. Let's see. I guess she knew I needed this kit. Let's see. I think all I have is one paper pad. I need to find it. I'm not sure where I put that. I have a Vicky Bouton Remember we used that recently. I don't know where it went. Hey, Wazzy. But no worries. What we're going to do, we're still going to make a Christmas journal, even if I don't have like a ton of Christmas paper. Okay, I found Vicky's. So I've got this, and it's got scraps. That's why I was looking for it. And it might be my only 12 by 12 Christmas paper pad. There's the scraps. Let's see, those are all tags. Those are all cut aparts. That's all those scraps are. And let's take a couple of sheets. I have another cartoon character downloaded to use. Oh, you're downloading cartoon characters, John? How are you, Jennifer? Let's see. Let's take this one. Ooh, and these. All right. We're going to make a journal real quick, you guys. Sorry, I bumped you. And my dog's like, oh no, did she just say journal? She said, oh. Did y'all hear her? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, let's put this all to the side. I'm going to put it in that plastic sheet protector. Look. When I tell you this place is a mess, I am not teasing. Let's put this all back in here and keep it safe and sound. Dee Dee, I have been watching you, girl. Your pumpkins, well, I should say your pumpkin, came out so amazing. I've been trying not to buy the books. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. You're so sweet. I was actually yesterday, because I'm in the midst of sending out Happy Mail. I'm not nearly as good as you are about that. Not even close to it. And I was like, I have you on my list of people, because you've been making donations to the cause. And so not only that, but I've got some things I want to send you. Okay, so real quick, let's cut this all down, and then we're going to use all the scraps to cover up this little cutie. Let's all just appreciate the meme one more time. So, I saw you petting the neighbor's dog. Do you mind telling me what that was all about? We have a garden gate between our house and my brother and sister-in-law next door, and they have 2 dogs. And yesterday we were outside on the patio, and the dog, you know, all the dogs were out doing their doggy thing. And I called next door to little Bobo. He's the puppy. And I was like, Bobo. And I was getting all excited. And my dog came over like, excuse me? Did you just call him Bobo? Okay, I'm going to trim this down to 8.5. And then I'm going to trim it down to 11. 8.5 by 11. And these parts that we're cutting off are going to be used for the cover. And then this can be used as a page in the journal. It was funny. She needed an explanation. Have y'all seen those memes that are like, did your parent try to tear your treat in half and pass it off as 2 treats? You may be entitled to compensation. All the you may be entitled to compensation memes about dogs. They crack me up. And now I say that to Faz all the time. I'm like, oh, was your mom just sweet talking another dog? You may be entitled to compensation. I do that to her all the time now. If YouTube let you hand stuff through the internet, I would give you some Christmas paper. Oh, thanks. Vicki, it's quite ridiculous. So here was my theory. I used to never buy more than one Christmas pad a year because I didn't want to send people a card like 2, or let's just even say it, 3 years in a row where I was using the same paper every time. That was back when, you know, I was using a lot of patterned paper, and I just didn't want them to get virtually the same card every year. So it was like, okay, I'm only going to buy one Christmas pad a year, use that for my cards, use it up and be done with it. And then the next year I get to buy a new Christmas pad, and I don't have to worry about giving people the same stuff. I don't have to remember what I made for them last year. But that has worked against me in the whole making of journals situation, because now I just don't really have that much Christmas paper. But that's okay. That's okay. Miss Dee Dee, I have been enjoying your Inktober. I'm doing Inktober too, but I'm doing the Zentangle version. I'm making myself a little Zentangle, I'll show you, a little Zentangle tile book, so that when I want to add a tangle, I have the step outs on the back. So each day this month, I'm making myself this little ring bound tile book. And that way I know I've already practiced it. Ooh, this one was hard. And I can recall it and figure out how to make it real quick. Okay, let's do this. Miss Kalinda, how are you? I'm going to do some of these shorter. I'm going to do these 8 inches. Because I like peekaboo pages. Not everything has to be the same size. It gets a little boring for me. I like different sizes. So let's do this one 8 by 10, and the other ones were 8.5 by 11. And the corner of this paper has seen better days before I started tea dyeing it. I'm not gentle in the tea dyeing process. That's for sure. The other thing is you can fold them, especially once you start trimming them down a little bit, you can fold them where they're not just like another page folded in half, but you know, you could fold one a little shorter than the other like this. Let's make sure it'll fit in the book since I'm not measuring anything. Yeah, like that'll fit in the book and the front page. So let's put these together so you can see what I'm talking about. Be shorter, the back page a little longer, that kind of thing. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to really learn Zentangle, but I feel like it's one of those things you've got to practice to get like muscle memory on and stuff. I've just never devoted myself to it because I'm always like on to the next thing. But I decided this year with Inktober that it was the perfect time, and my friend Desiree is doing a video a day on her Podia website, and there's like a prompt from another CZT, and so it just felt like the perfect time. I'm gonna do this one by 7 inches. This will be a real peekaboo moment. There's no time like now, right? Just jump in there and learn something new. And it's not intimidating just trying to do that little bit each day, you know, just doing one tangle. Now I am working on it in my sketchbook as well, so I can practice them many times. Okay, so now bring back the pup, this adorable little dude, and let's cover him up with some scraps. We'll masterboard. This will be the cover. I just want these smaller scraps. These bigger ones can be other things. It can be pockets, belly bands, all the things. Let's see if we have enough little scraps, how far we get with them. Probably still need these. That would be nice to swap things over YouTube. Be like, hey, can you pass me the glue? Oh my gosh, Dee Dee, before I go, maybe, have you seen these? Lindsay, the frugal crafter, showed these the other day. And I struggle with gel pens sometimes, especially white ones. Hi, Kristen Sawyer. So good to see you. Holy cow, these are amazing. So you get 9 in a pack for like $5 or less. And look at the barrel. It's super chunky, and that's full of ink all the way down. And they are simply stunning. And there's some big points, like this is 1.0, but they come with like a mixture. Why won't this? What am I doing wrong? Okay. For everyone who's ever struggled with white gel pens, oh, I certainly have. These are incredible. I really trust Lindsay when she's like, hey, they're really smooth, high opacity. I don't know about the acid free. I can't tell you that, but they are amazing. Absolutely awesome. I'm so excited. I think, yeah, so this is a 0.6. I was about to say, I think there's 3 different sizes in here, and a 0.8, 0.8, 0.6, and 1.0. And there's 3 colors. This is the pack I'd recommend, just because you'll get gold, silver, and white in one pack in 3 different sizes. And that's enough white, gold, and silver gel pen to last me quite some times. Yeah, she's pretty reliable for things like that, isn't she? I just, you know, I've had, I don't know how many different brands of white gel pens, and really never had the kind of line that I really want. And these are giving it. Boot Tiger? I don't know. Bootiger? I don't know what, how you pronounce that, but that's the package. So it's double verified. Lindsay likes them and I like them. Double enabling. This will be my first like Christmas project, maybe that I've made all year. I always tell myself, make Christmas throughout the year, Bitty Penny. But then I don't know. Here's what happens. I wait till the last minute. I make Christmas at Christmas, and then I don't want to make it again. Some people want to make Christmas all year. I love Christmas, but I don't want to make it all year. So I usually fail when I set myself up like that. All right, so one of my favorite journal covers is a masterboard journal cover like the one we're making right now. They're so pliable and just really nice to use. Morning, Miss Jill. You're making Christmas masterboards right now too, aren't you? I finished my cards, Miss Jill Pounds, the masterboards and the Alice in Wonderland cards we worked on yesterday. They're all done. Well, except for the insides. The outsides are all done. This one really cracks me up. I finally got to use my ew people. I still got to make a card that's appropriate for that. Like, oh, it sounds like a terrible plan. What time? I still want to use that one. Oh, I like this side. I like both sides, but I really like this side. So I got some Happy Mail, which sent me down this Christmas path this morning. Let's put this over here. We're definitely gonna have to bring in these bigger chunky pieces, or else we'll be here all day long. We can't do that. I'm not even supposed to be here today, am I? Friday's not my day, but you never know. Oh, you do, Dee Dee? Yeah. Masterboards are amazing. They can be used for so many things. So, Dee Dee, the pumpkin that you were working on, was it plastic? Because there for a while, I was thinking you actually had a real pumpkin, but that would decompose. So surely you were working on a plastic pumpkin. I didn't see the pumpkin in the beginning. I came in when you were painting it blue. So I think you had just painted it blue when I joined. And so I missed that part. But I'm guessing you were working on like a home decor fake pumpkin. No, it is a real pumpkin. Okay. Well, I say that because like I assumed you were working on a fake one. And then, but the way you lifted it, I know this is maybe kind of weird, but the way you were lifting it, I was like, well, that doesn't lift like a little plastic pumpkin. That lifts like it's a real thing. And when you sat it down, I was like, I think that's a real pumpkin. I think Dee Dee is working on. I love that. That's very like Zen, you know, kind of like sand art where it's temporary, but you put so much into it. It's amazing. And then he said, oh, I do this every year. You should see all the other ones I've done. And I was thinking, well, now I really, and now I'm thinking, too bad they weren't plastic because you could have your whole place decorated. But that's really cool. It turned out amazing. I also missed if you shared why, what made you pick the mermaid theme. I thought that was really cool. You guys have got to see her mermaid pumpkin. Right? She's just flipping that thing here, there, and everywhere. Hubster takes it to work and sets it out on the welcome counter for everyone to see. Oh, that's awesome. Totally worth it. Totally worthwhile. Let's see. I love this crispy piece right here. I overbaked it. If it was bread, we'd have a problem, but it's paper and I really like it. One time I took cookies to my son. He was in first grade, and I took cookies to his party and was hanging out. And this little girl was like, I like your sugar cookies, but to be honest, they're a little burnt. I think that's exactly how she said it to me. And her mom was there and she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, why are you embarrassed? She's right. Sugar cookies shouldn't have a brown bottom, and they do. They weren't like this, but they may have been something like this on the bottom. It was so funny. I like the overbaked look too. The only thing is you have to watch it because it can degrade the integrity of the paper, a bit. If you let it go too long, it gets real crunchy and not real viable for much, but it does look cool. I know, I think my favorite pieces of tea dye paper are always the ones on the bottom that kind of soaked up all the tea or coffee and they've been baking too long, which this is probably a bottom sheet. In fact, I think I know it is because it has the lines from the rack that I put it on when I put it in my oven. Oh, my family does not like it when I bake paper. They think it stinks. Of course, you can't listen to my daughter because we had to go to Half Price Books the other day. She's like, this place stinks. Smells like books. I don't know, guys. I might have really failed in some way there. Like, I could lose myself and all my money in a bookstore, and my daughter's not there. But I think I told y'all this before. My mom was a voracious reader. Still, she's not as much anymore. But like, she was also the city secretary. And so she knew everyone in town. And the librarian of the city library used to open up and let my mom come in and get a new book every day because my mom could read a book in a day. And so she would go while she was taking me to school because my school and the library were next to each other. So I started my school days at the public library while my mom was getting a book to read. Oh, we had to cover up the doggy eye. So I guess I should have raised my daughter in a library. I don't know. Could definitely spend an entire afternoon in Half Price Books. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. So my husband and my son and I went last week while Sparkleheart was in school. And they were hunting for music. They got music and I got books. And I skipped a book. And then, so my masterboard is done. This is the cover. This is going to be the cover. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and do the other side too, since this is the cover of my book. Anyways, and I skipped a book. So Saturday morning, my next opportunity to go, I went and grabbed it because it was a clearance book that I just knew if anybody else found, they would probably get. And I'll have to go get it and show you what it is. So I got my BRB sign idea, you all, from Dee Dee. So Dee Dee started the BRB. It wasn't me. But now we've got BRBs everywhere and I just love it. But that all started, everyone can give Dee Dee the high fives on that one. That was her beautiful brain at work. And I was like, oh, I always need to get up from my lives and go get something. Case in point, the book I want to show y'all. And so I was like, I need a BRB sign. And that's because I saw it on Dee Dee's channel. I doubt Desiree has one. I don't know if T has one. I wonder if Pam might have one. I'm pretty sure Messy Palette Diane has a BRB. 15 years of streamings makes you do stuff. Well, and you have a beautiful brain. It's a combination. Well, you really started something, Dee Dee. Because now we all need a BRB. Okay, so I'm going to put up my BRB. I'm going to go get this book and I'll be right back. There's mine. I'll be right back. Okay. And maybe y'all can give me some guidance, but I think I'll probably do it anyways. I got this book in the clearance section. It's a Taylor Swift Eras tour. And like I don't own any Taylor Swift music, and but she's beautiful, and I think she's, she's great. She's just, great. I got it for $7. And this is the Eras tour. It's in amazing condition, but it's made for junk journals. I'm just gonna say it. It's got all these parts that are just like cut perfectly to make pockets and like cut aparts. And there's some big pages too. Look at all these. This is like perfect junk journal material. I'm going to make a bunch of Swiftie journals, I think. I don't know if I can sell them. I might just have to give them away. Like, don't tell Crafty Owl, but I know she's a big Swiftie fan. She just got Taylor Swift's new album signed. So I know she's a big Swiftie fan. But look at this. Perfect cut aparts for Swiftie fans. So, and my niece, she's about to turn something, let's see, 11, 12. Let me think about it for a second. She's about to turn 12. She's a huge Swiftie fan. And she needs a new diary. She lost hers. And so I'm making her a journal for her birthday. And I bought that book so I can make her a Taylor Swift journal. But then I figured there were other people too. I know I probably can't sell it. I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of that kind of stuff. But all the copyright rules, maybe y'all know. Yeah, I'm not, there's very few people I don't like, even if I know them. And I don't know any of these people, celebrities, so I don't know if I like them or not, I try not to be too judgy. We're all just trying to figure this place out. But yeah, I know some people just naturally like things or they don't, and that's just human nature. But $7 for that big awesome book, even when I got to the register, because that's all that I bought, the girl was like, this was in the clearance section? I was like, yeah. Can you believe that? And she's like, no, because we've been selling these for regular price. And I was like, yeah, I know. I don't know. She's like, I guess someone brought it back. I guess they were like, never mind. Oh, this is kind of a cool piece to put over here. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Don't even think about it. It's really easy to overthink it. Good thing the girls are still sleeping. They love Taylor Swift. Oh, their favorite dance song. I'll send them some. Bethany, will you make a journal with them? Or they can craft with it and make whatever they want with it. Your girls are young though, right? So I'll send them the ones where she's like in the era where she's wearing dresses and stuff. I'll send her some. I'm totally cutting that book up. Because that's just it. She has a lot of fans. There's a lot of people out there. It even came up in Craft Roulette when Amanda was on, I think. And Mary was like, I don't ever run into Taylor Swift. But again, she's not in my craft. I'm in my craft room most of the times. That cracked me up. And then everybody was joking because Taylor Swift is on like this sourdough kick right now. She's perfecting her sourdough bread. And we thought, well, maybe she'll become a paper crafter. Who knows? She might be on World Card Making Day next year with Mary. We don't know. Seen stranger things happen. Let's see. Wouldn't that be cool? You could probably sell it like to one of us. I wouldn't. Ah, that's so funny. Yeah, I thought, I could, what I was thinking is that I could cut it up and give some away, and I could sell some with other like patterned paper as junk journal kits. I was thinking that because like it's a big book with a ton of pages. I don't know, there's probably 200 pages in there. More than one person needs, I would think, unless you just want the book. I know. Big Swifties are going to be like, I can't believe she tore up that book. Here's my philosophy. If I buy it and I'm fine with tearing it up, then it's fine. Then that means it's fine. Okay. I'm sure they made millions of copies. Yes, they totally would make a journal. Oh, good. You can make a comic book style. Yeah. Okay, Bethany. I've been holding off on sending your package because I wanted to put something in for Frankie and the kiddos. Now I know. Glad I showed it. All right, let's fill in this gap. Put that right there. All right, you guys, we now have a journal cover. Dee Dee, I'm so glad your grandson is just enjoying his time at Yosemite so much. I saw the pictures where he had climbed a mountain recently. The only mountain that I really ever climbed and got so close to the summit, not 100% to the summit, but like within, 100 feet of the summit or something, was Mount Rainier. I couldn't do it now, but I did climb Mount Rainier, and it was one of the most amazing experiences. This cover is thick, y'all. Okay, so 8, I'm going to do it slightly bigger than 8.5, and I think I'm going to turn it this way because I like all the smaller pieces. So slightly bigger, not much, just a little bigger. And now this part I'm cutting off can be like, it's really firm, so you could turn that into bookmarks, a belly band, whatever, tags. But this is our cover, and that's it. I just have to cut it down to 8.5. It's 12 inches, which is fine because you want the width of your journal cover to be wider than your pages. Because as you stack pages in there, you can think about your journal cover kind of shrinks in a way. So I'm going to score this. Reagan and Sean, how's it going? Yeah, when we climbed Mount Rainier, it was a full day. In fact, the reason we turned back when we did, 1, the challenge. 2, we didn't have a guide. We weren't real experienced climbers or anything. That was the first one I'd ever done. I was with a girlfriend and another friend. I think there were 3 of us. And we didn't want to get caught up there before the sun went down. So we had to make a choice. And we wanted to enjoy our time at the top. So instead of continuing to climb and then being forced to come back off the summit sooner, we decided to stop short of the actual summit, take in the amazing view, and then go ahead and come back down so we could get back before dark, before it was too dark. And yeah, we started off early in the morning. I was like 20 something. I was in the shape of my life, and climbing Mount Rainier was no big deal. I didn't even have to think about it. Now I'd have to train for it for the next 3 years. And my body would still probably be mad at me. Okay, I'm grabbing some just plain tea dye paper. And that way we can build a journal. I think we're not going to need very much of this tea dyed paper because we also have Lori's package. Where did it go? We have this amazing, which is why we even started on this in the first place. Let's use some of these pages. So we'll pull out all 3 of these little pages. And then we'll use these belly bands, and we'll use these pockets and stuff, but I want to get to the doilies. Okay, so let's make a signature. Now, for these masterboard journals, I typically just make them 1 signature. And I make them about, 10 to 15 pages, 10 to 15 sheets, probably closer to 15. So let's see what we've got already. This is our cover. We already have 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we just need like 4 of these. Okay. This could be a fun little journal. We get to ignore the bird. No one panic. This is usually when I'd be panicking and running away. But that's why I'm live today, is because my son and daughter are out of school today. And I don't have to panic and run when I hear the bird at 7 a.m. Oh, Danny's gluing with me. Good morning, Danny. That's awesome. What's tea-dyed paper is? Tea-dye paper, Danny, is when you take paper and you put it in tea and then you bake it in the oven. But only mom or dad have to help you with that. But you can ask your mom to bake you some cookies and some paper. You're welcome, Bethany. Okay, I'm just going to trim this doily down. I'm not going to throw this away because, like, yesterday proves a little doily can go a long way. But now we'll have some doily in there, too. Let's put this one in there. I'm shaky. I can't remember the last time. I think I ate at 5 o'clock yesterday. That's probably why I need to eat. All right. I think I have to trim these off. Ooh, this is going to be a fun little journal. Okay, the next thing I do when I'm making a journal is I separate like pages together. So this is scrapbook paper. This is tea-dyed paper, doilies, and then more, I'm going to call it, all this is patterned paper. Okay, so I've got 3 stacks. Cue Di. Di might be sleeping. But she might throw some holly at the clock. Okay, let's use this postcard. I have to pick. We'll pick the postcard for the first entry piece. Let's do postcard and doily, because let's take advantage of that peekaboo. How do these look? Let's pick a different paper to go right here. Yes, there we go. And now we'll put a plain piece in here. Then we'll put some more of these papers, and then see why I cut this short, because now you have this cool, you just have variety. It's not all same. Let's put another, and this one I cut shorter and then I folded it so that one side is shorter than the other. Let's put the poinsettia piece in there. Okay, we have to pick our center page. Who's the center fold? I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to fold it the other way. So that's going to be my center piece. That's nice. Let's do that. Then let's do this. And, oh, I had to move that one, pop that one in somewhere. Guess we'll put it right there. How you doing, Maddie? Welcome, welcome. We're making a Christmas journal on a Friday. I know. Okay. There we go. So that's going to be, I just really like this paper. That'll be the center. Uh-oh. Guess what? We've got to work these in there. Okay. The little mixer. Let's put the little mixer right here. Yeah. Then what else we've got? A Christmas Carol. Let's pop that one right here. And then let's put this one right here. Now, when you're making a journal like this and you've got these short pages and things aren't exact, you got to be, you don't want to stand this up. I'm going to hold it firmly and like tap it down, because then everything will shift down and you've got these pieces that you may not want to shift down. So you kind of have to so now I have my whole signature together. So now I need to go through here. Marley, Desiree, hello. Now I need to go through here and kind of line things up the way I want them for these shorter pages before I clip it together. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, this all looks good so far. And you get to flip through and see, like, is this where I want everything? Now this piece is not where I want it. really need to eat, you guys. I'm shaky. It's been 14 hours. I'm in full fast mode here, trying to craft. Okay. There we go. Okay. I've got everybody exactly where I want them. So it's time to clip and sew. Let's clip. Desiree, I don't know if you've joined us before, but glad you're here. We're making a quick little journal, a Christmas journal, because I got some happy mail. And it was a mystery. I didn't know what was in it. And it was Christmas. So, ta-da, we're making a Christmas journal. Now, I do still have to clip this to the cover, you guys, but I'm just clipping it together for now. Getting my sewing stuff out. Uh-oh. Got a bit of a mess. These lids aren't staying on anymore. Danger, danger. This place is about 4 haystacks thick. I can't be losing needles in here. Let's see, I think this one's staying on. So let's transfer these in here. Get rid of that one. Because we can't have missing needles in this room. Oop, there's a whole pile of them. You don't need this many needles in your sewing kit. Maybe I'll use this big chunky one. All right, let's find the lid that fits it best. Ooh, that's a nice fit. Okay. Crisis averted. All right. Let's get rid of this. This doesn't work anymore. And get some thread. I don't know. I like this black one. We're going to cut it 3 lengths of our journal. Frankie has joined us. Hey, Frankie. Frankie, did you hear your mom's going to bake you some cookies? Not right away, but maybe this weekend. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. Let's see. And maybe some paper too. But no pressure on the paper. We're just really here for the cookies. Right? Enjoy them while you can. My body doesn't like sugar anymore. Bye, Dee Dee. Thanks for hanging out with us. And thank you so much for your generosity, your super chat. You're just the sweetest. Your generosity and sharing too. 15 years streaming, so much quality, inspiration, projects, and art. I just love and adore you, dear. I truly do. All right. 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Here we go. Oh, can't get that through there. Let's widen the hole a little bit so I don't struggle. Heidi's got to go. Heidi. I am a troublemaker. Hey, I'm just here for the kiddos, you know, making sure they get their cookies. Bethany, also store-bought is fine. Oh, you know who my favorite robot's trying to tell me it's time to take my daughter to school. Little does she know, school's out today. I'm not letting any of my robots or clocks stress me out today. Let's get that in there. All right. I cook and bake, but my mom, I let her make the cookies. Ooh, grandma's cookies have got to be the best. My grandma always had cake on the table. Always. First of all, she had 11 children. And then her, children had children and their children had children. And when my grandmother passed back in it was January of 2019, she had 100 descendants at her funeral. I'm not lying. That woman created a tribe all of her own. And so she always had a cake on the table because there was going to be gatherings. There was always going to be someone at grandma's house. Kids, great grandkids, great grandkids. Wow, she was amazing. She's where I get and my father was very artistic, but she's where me and my mom get all of our craftiness from. I taught her jewelry making in her late 80s, and she started making jewelry, but she used to make handmade lace, quilts, crochet. She made all the things. She was amazing. Yes, Maddie, no school. So since I didn't have the pressure of having to run away at 7 a.m. or before, I thought, I'm going to go live. I'm going to celebrate this moment of no school. Y'all might be tired of me, but I'm not tired of you. Okay. We have a journal. Yes, we do. Let's look at it. Let's flip through it. Make sure I didn't sew it in upside down or something. Looking good so far. I didn't really check that. You should always check that. I was teasing Bethany about cookies. Norma, how are you? Norma, I have something for you. I need to make sure I have your address. I think I do. But I just have like a little card and some happy mail for you. I know you were traveling. I don't know if you're back home yet. This is our new Christmas journal. I wish that page was centered, but I'm not going to stress about it. It's still really cool. Now, we're not done because Lori's making this very easy on me with this kit. She already sent fabric flips, belly bands, hidden paper clips, and all the wonderful things. So I get to just glue things in. Like this can be in our center. Let's just do it. We're not going to deliberate and stress out about it. We're just going to glue stuff down when we like it. No decision fatigue. I think I'll go ahead and glue it all the way. That could have been a double pocket, but I'm just going to glue it all the way. This is so fun. You know, I was just saying yesterday, this is so funny. I was just saying yesterday, I need to start making journals again. I haven't really been in the journaling mood. Well, this is fixing that. Okay, and then this is a hidden paper clip. I want a sturdy page to pop that on. There's our little paper clip. And remember, I was saying this could be a pocket for the tag. But what if it could also be the front cover? Also, something like this could go on the front cover. I think I want the tree. I think I want the tree. And a stamp. I really like the mother and child is my favorite one. Ooh, I like this one too, with the carriage and the snow. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. That's the one. Okay, let's put these back. Oh yeah, I want to make a pocket like this to go in the journal too. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. I'm just going to glue this onto the fabric. Now, anything that goes on my cover, I glue within an inch of its life or a millimeter of its life because I don't want it ripping up and tearing or peeling off. So I really kind of get excessive when it comes to gluing things on the covers of my journals. But I think it's going to be just something like that. And then we're probably going to put fabric over here because I always do. So I think we're going to keep it pretty simple with the cover. We also have these things. Something like that. I love the pinwheel. Let's just see. Oh, I like that. Let's do that. Okay. I think that will be our cover. I'm going to use No School and I'm watching in bed. How glorious. That is glorious, Sharon. I'm here because there's no school today. Isn't it wonderful? Oh my goodness. It's fabulous. You would think I go to school, but I don't. Sparkle Heart's always like, I don't know who's happier that I don't have school, you or me. It's not a competition, but it's probably me. Okay. Wasn't expecting the glue to show that much, but it'll be okay. When it's all said and done, it'll be okay. Then we'll put that little piece over there. Glue that on with some Fabri-Tac. Like that. See how awesome it is to have a kit? I know we can make these things. And that's the cool thing about getting one of these kits is one, you'll get lots of inspiration for things that you can make. But two, I wasn't prepared at all to make a Christmas journal today, but because I had this kit, it made it easy enough that I could. And I mean, honestly, it's almost done. I'm going to put a pocket in here. But I mean, I like to leave a lot of space for people to make things their own in their journals. So, you know, I won't fill every page. That's cute. like that. I'm going to glue it down. I'll make it a pocket. How about that? So I'm going to glue the top and the side and the bottom. And then you got a pocket. We'll put like a tag or something in there. I just trim that down. Stick a little tag in there like that. And we could decorate the tag. I brought out my stamps real quick. The new ones that I got this year, these from the IOD. I've got the Nutcracker Christmas, and then I have like a nostalgia Santa and snowman and deer and that little angel. So I brought those out because we can also use those to decorate in here. You are home now. Okay, great. Great, great, great. I'm going to try to stick it all in a regular envelope, Norma. Because look, when I put things in big envelopes, it becomes a whole thing. And right now I don't have a printer. Okay, I got my new computer set up, but my printer, they're not jiving. They're not working together. Ooh, let's put this fabric pocket up here. Yeah. And we have a fabric flip. Okay, so let's put this fabric pocket in here. Now, how do I want to adhere it? If I use glue, I need to put something like acetate in here to keep it from gluing the pocket shut. So I'm going to take out this really cool, I don't know what kind of game that is, but I'm going to take that out. I'll put it back in later. I'm going to take a piece of acetate. I have scraps of acetate over here. And I'm just going to trim it to fit inside that pocket. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's not going to stay in there forever, but I'm going to put it in there for now. It's going to cover most of the whole pocket. Now I can glue this pocket on here and it won't, you know, seal the pocket shut. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Whoops, Frankie brought his own paper. He's looking for his scissors. Yay! Go, Frankie, go. Make something. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay right within that space of the acetate. I hear you, Faz. She wants everyone to resume normal practices. She and my robot think it's a school day. And she's trying to keep me on time. She's a good girl. You a good girl? You're trying to keep me from being late? There's no school today. I'm sorry. I know. You have to talk to the authorities about that, Faz. I don't make these decisions. She might be entitled to compensation, right? Okay, then we got this fabulous belly band. And you know what? I think I'm going to let it just hang over the edge. Let's flip through the journal. Ooh, I like it on that page with the dots and the dots. Let's do it there. So with this, I'm just going to glue top and the bottom. I'll give it a little extra. It can be a shorter pocket. That's fine. cool. I didn't even realize that these were, this is a fun little section and page. It's got that fun flip right there, the tag pocket, and then over here, it's gonna have a belly band. That's fun. All right, let's flip through because, yep, I need to glue this pocket down still. Okay. I'm going to glue the whole thing down. Could be another pocket. Who's been busy? I haven't been busy sewing. This is all a kit from Lori. This is a handmade junk journal kit. Yeah, so I didn't really have to do anything, which is glorious. Like, it came with all the pre-made flips, the pockets, the paper. Yeah, it's just like a little bit of magic for this girl anyways. Okay. What if we put this belly band right here? I like that. Let's do that. Then we have a fabric flip. And then, by golly, this journal, I might stamp in it a little, but it's pretty much done, you guys. How's that? Kind of amazing, right? Okay, let's find a place to put this fabric flip. No. Ooh, I like it right there. I think I'll put the fabric flip right there, and then someone can journal behind it. Be all secretive. Oh, this isn't a journaling page, so that could... I hate to put anything too bulky in that will mess it up, like mess up someone's journaling experience. I'll leave it out for now. I'm just gonna use my regular, this PVA glue that I'm always using, you guys. You can use this on fabric and everything, and it holds beautifully. The thing is the Fabri-Tac holds quicker, so it won't matter so much for this page, but this takes longer to dry than the Fabri-Tac. All right, got our fabric flip in there. Let's go back over here. Just trying things out. You don't know until you try. It's too much. It won't work. All right. Make sure I can still move this. Yep. Okay. All right, let's do a little bit of stamping, which is really risky at this stage. If you're making a journal, I don't recommend stamping at the end. I recommend stamping before you put... Yeah, what a drag. I know, Maddie. But my computer's working, but it's my printer is not. So it's pretty lame, I have to say. I'm gonna go with this big old Santa. And then I'm going to go back to the kit and see how we can fill up some of these pockets too. And then I'll let you guys go. We will have made a journal, I think, lightning fast. Feels that way anyways for me. Even though I know time flies when you're having fun. Okay, if I stamp on tea-dyed paper, this is something for a PSA for everyone to know. Tea-dyed paper, the fibers change. The chemistry of the paper changes. And what happens is, let's see if I think I have a scrap of tea-dyed paper. but basically ink bleeds right through it. So here's a piece of tea-dyed paper. And let me stamp this Santa on it so I can show you. So just proceed with caution when you're stamping in a journal that's already made and you're wanting to stamp on tea-dyed paper. Just know that if it's a tea-dyed like copy weight paper, it's not going to hold ink very well. I mean, it'll hold it, but it'll seep right through to the other side. It's important to know this. And this goes for, you know, coffee dye, tea dyed, any kind of dyed paper. Looks good. Let's turn it over. Oh, that's not too bad. There is some ghosting. It's not too bad. Like, I wouldn't mind that in my journal. I would be okay with that. But like, will this page give me the same results? Not 100% sure. We'll try it. So let's try it. Another thing I could do is trim this down. This is a folded piece of tea-dyed paper. What I can do, instead of stamping that Santa in here, is clip him in that paper clip. Let's do that just for good measure. It does make me nervous to stamp on this thinner paper. Isn't that a cool package? It's a kit, Maddie, from STL Finds by Lori. Yeah, and it comes with all kinds of stuff. Book pages, pockets, I've used all the things, except now there's a lot of napkins in here and there's more book pages. Really cool book pages. But yeah, I've used all the things because this was in there. It's really great. You know, I'm looking at this and I think we could make this a little key charm, like a charm. So I have these metal things like this. You just glue it right on like that. And we could add a charm. Let's do that real quick. I'm gonna use my other glue. Why is school closed? I don't know. I mean, I think Monday's Indigenous Peoples Day, previously Columbus Day. Maybe still recognized. I don't know. I don't know what's PC. But apparently they decided they'd have Friday off too. I've got so much to do today. I'm going to let y'all go after this. I am going to do a little stamping in my journal, just a little bit more. Then I'll let you guys go. But yeah, I woke up and I was like, well, I'm going to my craft room. And I don't have to rush off when the bird sings, so maybe I'll go live. See, now we have this cute little charm. That we can hang somewhere off of this journal. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Man, if it was always this easy, I'd make journals all the time. Okay. We have some pockets to fill. don't we? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave this acetate in here, even though I'm pretty sure that glue is probably dry. But I'm going to go ahead and slide this in there because that's where that one goes. That charm could clip onto this. There we go. I could just clip it right on there. I need to let it dry or it's going to be a mess. There we go. That can just clip right there. So let's do a little more stamping. Oh yeah, let's stamp here. I'm going to take another scrap piece of acetate and lay it behind in case it kind of bleeds through. Good morning, Angie. Our kids have fall break all week. Oh, that is fabulous. All right. I'm going to do another Santa. Right here. Take this guy, clean him up, and take him off the block. We don't have schools, so yeah, hers can attend educational services. Ah, so I see. Continuing education for teachers and such. Y'all know my sister-in-law is a teacher. Well, her husband just became a teacher too. I'm envious of their schedules. You know, I know they work hard. And they work longer hours because there's always grading to do and there's always things to do after school. And I get that. But man, to have a week off at Thanksgiving and a couple of weeks at Christmas, just automatic. The problem is the only way I'd want to teach would be an art teacher. That's the only kind of teacher I would want to be. There we go. Nice. That did not bleed through. Yay. And we got Santa in there. Now y'all know why I buy these big stamps from IOD. They're great for journals. Really, really good for journals. They come on a 12 by 12 sheet. They're huge. Let's do this wishing you a joyful Christmas. Put that right up here. Oh man, that would be so much fun. I'd have to go back to school. But yeah. When my kids were homeschooled, I was their art teacher. We had fun. We did gel printing. You know we did. But we did a lot of art history and other stuff too. I love art history. Yeah. Isn't it glorious? Those are big stamps. Yeah, Angie, they're not playing. Which is great. Like, so they're so perfect for journals and stuff. But they make them also, this company, IOD, a lot of people who use their stuff. Okay, we're going to risk it here. It's okay. We always can fix it if we don't like it. But they make these stamps. They're silicone, so they can also be stamped on like furniture and home decor and stuff. A lot of people I don't know, honestly, many junk journalers or paper crafters who use this brand, but a lot of like furniture restoration and people who make home decor use this brand, this IOD. It's ghosting a little bit, but I can handle that. The way I would fix it if it was ghosting a lot is I would just put patterned paper back here. You know, you could totally, we could do that anyways. You could put patterned paper behind it. So if your stamps do bleed through your tea-dyed paper and you're like, oh no, just cover it with, you know, a piece of paper on the back and no one will ever know. They won't know. All right, another thing that came in this kit was this, and I'm just determined to use it up. Where's the Christmas tree? Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, where did it go? Well, that might just be a surprise for another time. I had a little Christmas tree charm. It's not in the bag. He's feeling better. Thank you for asking. Continued prayers are appreciated, but he is feeling better. Okay, so I'm going to take all this floss because it'll make like a tassel at the top of this tag, which is pretty fun. I like that. And I think there will be enough to make a tassel at the top of the other tag too, if I don't trim it too long. There we go. So let's now take this part and let's go to that short tag that was over here. There's so many things. All right, there it is. Let's put this one in here. I'll get it eventually. There we go. You get a tassel. You get a tassel. There we go. Tassels galore. And yeah, I could have probably done that a different way and not wasted anything, but I'll just put that leftover stuff in my bird's nest. I'm going to take a little piece and tie this on though. It should probably be painful to watch, but I'm just going to secure it with a double knot. There we go. And you guys, we're going to be talking next week about Advents. So it's kind of perfect that we're doing a little Christmas now because we are going to be making our own Advents. I'm not ordering an Advent this year. I've honestly never ordered a crafty Advent except for a month or so ago. I ordered last year's, I found last year's Spellbinder's Stitchmas kit, and it was on Spellbinder's site and it was on discount. But sweet dreams, Diane. Hugs. Anyways, we're going to be talking about making our own Advent. Oh, I stamped that upside down. That's okay. We'll put like a sentiment. We'll cover up my mistake. That should be at the top. But yeah, we're just going to talk about different ways to make ourselves some advents. Let's stamp it at the top this time. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I was reading the chat. Stamp a couple of them. I think I'm going to have to heat emboss these, you guys. Because this pigment ink may take forever to dry. Give Santa an ornament earring. Who's here for that? Jokester. All right. Most of the glue as it dries is not looking too bad. I got my hair on it and everything. I think I can live with that. I don't love it, but I think I can live with it. I might paint it actually with some acrylic paint. Oh, and then I might not like it. I don't want to look through my stamps right now. I gotta go. So I'm just gonna cover this with patterned paper. And pretend like I didn't stamp that upside down. Okay. It's still wet on there. Let me try to dry it. Oh my gosh, Angie, you don't have to make me an advent. I was thinking about making advents to put in my shop. In fact, I started ordering things to just make 4 or 5. But I don't know if I'll get it done or not. But I might have I would only have, because I can't make a whole bunch, but I can make 4 or 5, like 12 days of Christmas advents. That's what I was thinking about doing. Okay. Oh, hi, Ellie. Is Frankie and everybody crafting and mommy? Angie, all you have to, I mean, you don't have to send me anything at all, but if you want to send me something, a card is all, I mean, you don't know, like, you guys don't know how happy your cards make me. Everything else makes me feel spoiled rotten, but if you send me a card, I just feel the love. Oh my gosh. I didn't say I don't have my issues. Okay, so this little tag goes back here. And then this little tag doesn't have a home yet, but it will. I'll just probably clip it on somewhere. Could do that with like a paper clip. Oh, I have these cute little ones right here. You know what? I'm going to put Lori's. Come on, do you really work? or what? There. It's like I'm just a little paper clip. Don't be mean. There. I'm going to put Lori's cute little card in here too, because I mean, a lot of this was made by her, not me. This is probably my journal. Ooh, let's clip it on this lace right here. I think I just made myself a journal, a Christmas journal. Let's put it right there through a hole that already exists in the lace. Yay! Love it. And then, you know, once I have other things, I can tuck them in the belly bands and stuff. Let's look through it. I do think it needs, oh, guess what? Man, Lori to the rescue. Remember this gorgeous ribbon? Guess where that's going? Let's find the center page. Yay, because I like some ribbon around my journal. There's enough here to probably do 2 journals. Shorten it. There we go. Yeah, I think there is. Look at all this still have left over. Well, that was just the whole kit and caboodle. I still have these random sugar ants, you guys. Ever since I brought in those plants to do eco dyeing, I find random little ants in my craft room now. So when you're gonna do eco dyeing, make sure you're not bringing anything in with you. I think I just might leave it long like that. I usually tie it in a bow, but I think I'm just gonna leave it long like that. And then this is a lovely little scrapple save. Miss Nima, I had so much fun watching your channel. Let's see if we can add this on. Watching you do Inktober. Your cute little heavy pumpkins were just so adorable. Look, we can put this. Ooh, let's put it right there. I like it better right there. Y'all know how I am with straight edges. I'm a little weird about my edges sometimes. Oh boy, this mat needs to be cleaned. And just using a little glue stick. That's those Dollar Tree mats. I really like them. All right, now I have to be careful because when you put glue stick through a doily, it comes out the other side. So I won't be able to shut this until that glue stick dries real good. But that's cute. And I didn't do the edge because someone might want to tuck pictures in there, you know, and then glue it down or something. Let me get a baby wipe out. This is a dry baby wipe. I think we made a little Christmas magic this morning, you guys. I hope you had fun. Happy Surprise Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gel printing tomorrow. So get ready for that. All right, let's do the flip through. This is the cover. Love. And this little card might go on the cover. think it'll be better up there. My fingers are sticking together. Anyways, I can clip this on the ribbon just like she did on my original package, just like that. For now, let's just put it here and leave it here. Where it goes, nobody knows. But this is the cover. We used one of the little stamps. We used the fabric. This cluster that she put in there, we made our masterboard cover at the beginning of the video. We used the fabric that she had the kit wrapped in right there. Again, this is STL Finds by Lori over on Etsy. We got the fabric pocket that she included, and it has this really cool vintage game board of sorts. I don't know what game that's from. Inktober is forcing me to sketch something every day, but I'm having fun. Yeah, I think it's awesome. And you're getting to put your other love with it, watercolor. And you're doing awesome, Nima. I loved your starfish too. Like it all. All right, so she included book pages, doilies. All I did was add tea-dyed paper and some patterned paper, but basically everything else came from her. The little hidden paper clip. These are the book pages that she embellished with lace and trim. We have a journal. I could definitely come back in and add more stamping. But, you know, journals don't look plain for long once somebody starts writing in them and they add their own pictures or ephemera or whatever. This is a little tag, tuck spot, and flip book. And then we got belly bands. Don't have anything to go in them yet, but that is a belly band. Well, maybe I'll just stick this piece of paper in there. I think it's too big. It is. Isn't it fun? I just love it. This pocket with the Christmas thank you card. It's vintage. Got a fabric flip. I bought a kit from Lori, and I've used one of her kits before. It just is so fun. All I had to do was just add a little paper of my own. I was able to make this really quickly. And I just love it. Another belly band. I bet this will fit here because I gave it more space. Our little tag, which came in the kit. I really just had to add very little to this to bring it all together. And then our masterboard cover. We did it! Wow, I didn't even know I was making a Christmas journal today, but I love it. I'm gonna have to figure out where I want to put this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the inspiration. Thank you so much, Lori. You totally shocked me and surprised me. I had no idea this was coming, and it was so much fun. I'm going to tuck my Christmas stamps back in here. And now I have a little bit of loot to play with next time I want to make a journal. And you guys, you have a lot of inspiration. So look at those scraps of fabric that she just stitched together with like that little foam thing. And think about the pockets that she made with her fabric. And the one over here that she made with the envelope and her little flip book and the way she made her belly bands. I mean, there's a lot of inspiration to be had here. You know, the fabric flip, all of the things. This was the envelope that she just cut part of the envelope off, put it down here as a pocket, filled it up. I made it a pocket on the page. So yeah, so much possibility, so much inspiration. So cool. All right, well, I'll see you guys hopefully back here tomorrow. Jason is happy today. He found out the Savannah Bananas are going to play in Lincoln the day before his birthday next year. Oh man, that's awesome. The Savannah Bananas. That just cracks me up. Um, but how cool is that? I know he's a big baseball fan, so I love that they're coming the day before his birthday. I guess I know what you're doing today. You're buying tickets, aren't you? That's fun. Danny joined me in filming yesterday. Oh, that's so awesome, Bethany. Yeah, Bethany has a channel, you guys. Definitely check her out. I'm gonna throw this stuff away. That is so awesome. I have to see Bethany. I can't wait to see. That's so fun. I always want my kids to join, but they won't. Young Z is the only one that's really willing to join me. Um, he made the epic uh, Harry Potter card years ago, and he's the only one that's like willing to come back and hang out with me on my channel. Is Young Z. I need to have him back. I always tell him they want to see you. They want to see the things you'll make. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for some gel printing and some fun like that. My first Christmas make of 2025 is in the books, and it's a book. I had so much fun with you guys this morning. Happy Friday. If I don't see you tomorrow, that's fine too. Have a wonderful weekend. By the way, Monday, Columbus Day. Yeah, I'm not rushing it on Monday either, so it'll be another marathon. All right. Hugs to all, love to all. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye, everybody.